Go ahead.
My name is Benjamin Ferencz, F-E-R-E-N-C-Z. I'm speaking to you from Delray Beach, Florida, in May, in the year 2015. I am the last surviving Nuremberg war crimes prosecutor. I prosecuted 22 leading Nazis after the trial of Goering was over. I represented the United States and convicted all of the defendants of murdering over 1 million people in cold blood. I was then 27 years old, and it was my first case. But the principles which I espoused then are the same ones I espouse today. The victims were murdered because they didn't share the race, the ideology, or the religion of their executioners. I thought it was horrible then, I think it's horrible now. And I have tried to spend the intervening years trying to create a more humane world, and it's possible to do that. I know how to create a more humane world. There are 3 requirements. 1, you need laws which define what's permissible and impermissible. You need courts to enforce the laws, and you need a system of effective enforcement. In our current society, we are beginning to move in that direction. There are international laws. We do finally, after much effort on my part for about 50 years, we finally do have an international criminal court, which is functioning as a prototype now. But our enforcement mechanism is still totally lacking, despite the fact that the United Nations Charter, which was accepted by all nations, requires everyone to refrain from the use of armed force. We have ignored that. The Security Council has not carried out its trust of protecting succeeding generations from the scourge of war, but it can be done, and it's in the process of being done. But what we need now is to change the way people think. We must get over the idea that you can kill an ideology with a gun. You can't. You have to begin at the earliest stages of education to teach tolerance, compassion, willingness to compromise, and the horrors of war making. I was a combat soldier awarded 5 battle stars for not having been killed in World War II. I know what war is. I was a liberating troops of many concentration camps. I agree with my commander, later the President of the United States, when he said, in a very real sense, the world can no longer rely on force. It must rely on the rule of law. And that's what I stand for, to hold accountable those leaders who are responsible for sending young people out to kill other young people they don't even know and who may have done them no harm. That is the current system. It's got to be changed for something more humane and more rational. We must recognize what the obligations are, and if we strengthen the laws, we strengthen the courts, and we begin a system of effective enforcement, it's possible to have a more humane world. It had better be inevitable, because today we have the capacity to kill all human beings on this planet out of cyberspace. So we have to change our way of thinking, and conferences like this one help us move in that direction. Good luck to you all.
Thank you. Why do you keep going? Why do you keep going?
I keep going because I cannot stop. From the horrors that I have seen, the trauma that I have experienced, the terrible catastrophes that I have witnessed personally, give me no choice. If there's to be any meaning to my life, I must continue to try to make it a more peaceful and humane world. That has been recognized and honored in many quarters. I'm not concerned with the honors or with the prizes. I am concerned with knowing that I have done whatever I could as one human being to make it a more humane world.
Beautiful. Absolutely fabulous.
Got it? How long
You want to see it?
Hmm?
Want to see it?